Hello everybody and welcome back to another exciting episode of the wonderful wobulous Project Zomboid, that Peach Mall 2.0 save file. Let us continue on with our efforts to get toward the mall. So, this video is actually going to we're going to start seeing some different things happening. So, upon reflection, I guess, of how I'm going to end up getting to the mall, realizing that I'm quite a good distance away, what I'm going to do is along the way, I'm going to set checkpoints. This is going to be my home base. My current safe house, where I am now, where I have most of my things, is gonna be what I consider home base, which makes sense. I mean, I have a lot of loot here, there's a lot of backup stuff here, a lot of our tools are here, including hammer, nail, and all that good stuff. But one of the things I want to do, we'll take these bananas, we'll scoop these up. One of the things I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have to make the long journey toward the mall at some point, and it's gonna take multiple in-game days to get there, and that's the big thing, right? It's going to take a long time to get there, so I need to start working on how I'm going to do it. Well, what I'm going to do is set up checkpoints along the way as I clear things, and we're going to start doing this episode. I am going to start creating mini safe houses, essentially, with not as many supplies and not as many tools and nearly as much safety as a normal one would be. But one that I can fall back on when I start making that trip to the mall, because I'm not stupid. I realize the mall is going to be dumbly difficult to get even remotely near. And even when I get near it, it's going to be so hard just to get anywhere inside of it. The horde there is going to be absolutely ridiculous. So I'm going to have to inch my way in. I'm going to need to take trips to the mall and clear out as many zombies as I can, and then back away for a day, recuperate, find more ammo, get more ammo, etc., etc. And then I'm going to have to go back again and do it again, because that's just how it's going to work. And that's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of time of me just doing the same thing pretty much over and over and over again until I finally am able to edge my way into the actual mall. And I'm aware that that's going to happen, so I'm going to have to take, like I said, basically time and set up checkpoints along the way so that I can, let's go ahead and leave now, so that I can kind of fall back as I need. And God knows most of the horde will eventually follow me and cause me problems anyway, but it is what it is. So what I'm going to do right now is I took my 60 bullets in my pistol, and I'm going to box up my 60 bullets. What that's going to do, for those who don't know, is it basically cuts it down to 2 sets of 30, and it reduces the weight capacity, the weight that it's actually causing. It's actually making the bullets lighter to carry by putting them in a more compact box. It just allows me to carry more stuff and make sure that it's not ridiculous. It takes ridiculous amounts of time to unload my ammo. If I just took all 60 raw bullets and put them in a bag, and I needed to take out ammo as I need to reload my gun in a firefight, that would take forever, as opposed to just taking a box, right-clicking, and opening the box right in my main inventory and reloading from there. Much, much, much easier. So we're going to move on, and we're going to look for our first checkpoint. I'm going to make sure it's not too close to where we are now and a good distance off. I have an idea of where I want to put it, but there's going to be, and it's going to be a decent area because of what I'm going to do. So basically all these houses along the strip have been looted and put into my main safe house. It makes sense. The next safe house I'm going to take is going to be, I'm looking at the map right now, and I'm trying to decide where I'm going to want to put it. So I'm going to have to go down like this. Where am I, actually? Let's keep going straight. This is just a driveway. So it looks like there's a decent house I could actually choose and put it on. Oh, I may have actually thought I was somewhere where I'm not. Yeah, okay, so that's where I'm going to put it. All right, I know exactly where I'm going to put it. It's a kind of a walk, but it makes sense. And from there, I can actually do some looting in the nearby area after clearing it, of course, and making sure that there's stuff there that I could survive off of should the need arise. I need to fall back that far. And people might be like, Mathis, you're never going to need to. You know, if I have ever... I've played games where I have created safe houses that I've never used, but I've had for safety. But there have been a couple of times I've played the game, both on and off camera, where those secondary safe houses were invaluable. And that's... You're preparing for the worst, right? You're not preparing for what you assume is going to happen. You're preparing for the worst. The least likely occurrence and the worst possible situation is what you're always preparing for in this particular game, because that is what will kill you. Your lack of preparedness for the worst case scenario in dealing with the zombie horde, in dealing with even whether it be hunger or thirst. Not being prepared for it is what will kill you. Just lack of foresight is a big killer in this game, and it will continue to be until people learn, and will then continue to be thereafter. And will even continue some of the most veteran of players, including myself. That lack of preparedness. It's just every time I play, I get a little bit better at setting up that for those contingencies, I guess. So we're gonna go ahead and try to clear out some of the road. I don't really need to go out of my way too much to kill some of these guys. I'm just kind of clearing those that are in my way. And the reason I'm doing it is just to make sure that this road is a clear walk for me when I need to come down here. At the same time, it is, of course, upping my skill points, which is always useful. If I can find duct tape or wood glue, too, I'll be a happy man. I did take my axe with me, right? I did. Okay, let's keep going. There's a very good chance we're going to need to switch over to our axe at some point. Now, I am passing up houses that have doors shut and stuff, but because of what I'm aiming to do right now, it's pointless for me to go and loot them. It would just set me back in time and set me back in loot as well. There's no point. I'd be expending resources, including my stamina and hunger, to loot buildings that, for the most part, don't matter in my current goal. That's what I mean by lacking. It'd be a waste of resources. Let's go ahead inside. Down you go. Now, we have quite a few Zeds up here. But we might be able to get around them. I would like to murder them if I have to. But I don't know if I want to. If I can get around them, like I said. There's a wide enough berth here. Wide enough gap that I won't need to, actually. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's just run by them. And we'll use the trees to lose them. As we do. Might be a couple wanderers in the forest. There's typically quite a few that get themselves caught. Now, I'm waiting for a particular fork in the road to make my decision as to where I'm going. And then look around the area. Now, I have a building in mind that looks pretty big and would be a little bit hard to defend if it came down to a horde showing up. But I don't plan on making it my permanent safe house, so I don't think I'll even really worry about that. So we got 3 dudes who saw us. That was a little bit dumb of me. I got an extra swing in there because I thought I could do it, when in reality I can't. So we actually are coming up to... We are coming up to the fork. That fence tells me we are. I'd really like to loot these guys just in case. You'd never know. And that guy got bored over there. He just, like, either didn't care anymore. But we're good. Well, now he's showing up. So this looks like it's a construction site of some sort. At least on the map it does. That zombie is dead on the ground. It's good. If I ever get a sledgehammer, it'll be easier for me to break in. I don't think there's a way in without a sledgehammer. I'm almost positive that's the case. Yeah, it looks like the only way in is with the sledgehammer. And there is some good stuff in there. There's a little house in there. This would be wonderful to have as a safe house because you have the fence already built for you. You don't have to worry about it anymore. So here's the fork. I'm going to bang a right here. And down here should be the building I'm talking about. It's big. It's like a market. This might be it right here, actually. No, this is not it. It's down a little bit more. No, this is it. This right here is the building I'm talking about. And luckily, for our sake, it actually doesn't look like it's that surrounded. Now, behind it, past this fence and behind all this area over there, there's actually quite a bit of area to loot. And it's unlocked. That is incredible. Okay. So let's take a look to see if there's anything in here. We'll go ahead and eat the orange. It's all food, so it's a food marketplace, obviously. Alright, there does not seem to be a place I can sleep. Now, that's not a big deal. As if I had a hacksaw and some nails, because I could build a place I could sleep. Unfortunately, that is not the case. So we're getting a little bit sad. I don't know what the case of us being sad is for. We might pop a different house as our mini safe house. There's a few other choices we have. I was really hoping this place would have a place for us to sleep. It does not. This door is indeed locked. And we're a pretty good distance off from the other building there. But I might swing my way down there just to take a look. We're kind of doing recon right now. And honestly, it wouldn't take us much to get back. I really want to get into this building. I was thinking about just killing zombies to get into it. Actually, across the street. We could actually make this house it. I didn't want to, but it might be our best option. With that being the case, killing these zombies is going to be imperative. We're going to play it safe. Back up. I was hoping I could keep her down one more, but I couldn't. Keep them down. Okay. Come on. Okay, she's nice and slow. And down she goes. Any luck? No luck on the axe front. A second axe would basically mean my survival is ensured for a good long time. An axe, the axe that I have now is still good, obviously, but our bat, if we take a look at it, it's in rough condition. We're looking at a few more combats with it at max. Now, we do have a zombie in the house, it sounds like. And there's a broken window, which is really unfortunate. Like, incredibly unfortunate. That's real shit luck. Yeah. Move, Mathis. She came out the window, I didn't realize. Thing is, we don't have much of a choice right now because of the time. Our character's peripheral view is very minimal. We can't see much. So this is going to have to be our best bet for the night. And hope that it's not too bad. There's a zombie in here somewhere. Probably this room because the window's broken. Yep. We will not be sleeping in this room. There are chairs that we can use and couches that we can use. I will even burst this window open. Just to take care of him. Again, that sucks. I don't think we're going to end up making this our permanent home. Our secondary. If we do, well, we fucked 2 rooms. And that's going to make it much harder to defend. But we can definitely use this for at least a night. Yeah, we can use this room. Good enough. We'll loot the room in the morning. So let's get our character in bed. And get to sleep. Again, we still have the option. I will take a look around the apartment or the house in the morning on the outskirts. The biggest concern I have is that the area directly outside the broken windows is heavily wooded right away, meaning any zombies that are on their way, unless we hear them moving through the trees, by the time we see them, it might be too late. Not impossible, but might be. I mean, like, look, it's got a lot of trees over here. If they are at any odd angle whatsoever, it's going to be very hard for us to see. And that's not a good thing. Let's do a quick bounce around. I'm more concerned over here. So we'll shout. See if we could draw any zombies out of the woods. So Q to shout. Lets you kind of your character yell. Okay, yep. There's one there. But she was already at the door. Okay, not much. We didn't attract her, and it does look like that the zombie area, the area around our house is relatively zombie-free. And nobody came crawling out of the windows, which means nobody came went in the windows at night. Which is always a possibility, mind you. They could easily climb in the windows and then get bored or forget what they were doing and stop and not bang on the doors, not telling you that they're there. And that could kill you. You walk into a room that has a single zombie that you weren't expecting, your reflexes aren't fast enough, and all of a sudden their teeth are deep into your skin. At that point, it's over. It's over for you. Alright, let's take a look at what food we're working with here. I might end up using this as our secondary now that I'm thinking about it. Let's take 2 of these and drop them. Let's drink 1 for our hunger in the morning. And the first thing we're going to do is go looting a little bit. See what kind of stuff we could pull. And it's raining. That sucks. The reason I'm actually going out even though it's raining is because I know this place is relatively safe. And I can make it over there without too much of a worry. Ooh, it's a thunderstorm too. The thunderstorm's sucky because... Well, rain is sucky in general because zombies themselves are more apt to wander and move around and put themselves in places that are going to be difficult to clear them out in. Which is always shitty. But it's fine. We're just gonna loot the marketplace next door. It's kind of our goal right now. A lot of orange soda, which is always excellent to see. Okay. Fresh food that's still in a refrigerator that hasn't started to rot yet. Well, it might have started, but hasn't rotted yet. That is a beautiful find. Nothing in here. Nothing in here. Okay. Nothing in there. We're good. I'm going to go ahead and quickly switch out my axe. Axes are quicker at taking down doors than bats by a long shot. And I don't know if it's been patched, but since the last build, or at least up until this build, axing down doors and cutting down trees has not ever deteriorated a weapon. Let's make sure it actually did do that. Looks good. And there's a zombie right there. That was my biggest concern. Was that there was going to be a zombie there. And if I had gotten myself cornered in there, the zombie coming in and I wasn't prepped to swing, and I couldn't push him off fast enough, that would have been bad. Scotch tape, I'll take. That might be able to do some repairs. I say might because I'm not entirely sure. I do need a lot more scotch tape. So you kind of scotch tape things kind of together. It's not great. So I'm going to go ahead and kill these guys off. The rain could have them moving toward my secondary pretty much whenever. An extra skill point there. That's him. That's a deep guttural growl from this guy. Sure, med sounds good. And we'll run back. All right. Well, we've kind of chosen a place I'm going to call my fallback #1 spot for now. We're going to wrap this episode up here, so we'll see what happens next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, come back tomorrow for some more Daily Zomboid, and consider dropping a like as it helps me out a great deal. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.